loved Penang so much. It might be my favorite city out of all the cities I've visited in Malaysia. A huge part of it is the language. I've been able to speak English, Mandarin, and Taiwanese because Taiwanese is very similar to Hokkien. I mean, it's so similar. I feel like I could really understand what they're saying. And it's been so fun mixing 3 different languages in like one city. This is the Penang Peranakan Museum and Mansion. It features more than 1,000 collectibles from Nyonya culture, which is a combination of Chinese and Malaysian.
Pinang Peranakan Mansion, also referred to as the Green Mansion, once belonged to Chinese tycoon Cheong from the 19th century. The building is renowned as a classic example of Peranakan architecture and design. Inside the mansion, there are numerous collections of furniture, antiques, artifacts, interior decor from Peranakan culture. The Peranakans are also known as babas or nyonyas. The culture resulted from the marriage between Chinese immigrants and Malay families, which created a rich and unique blend shown in cuisine, languages, and design. The Kuan temple, and it's not part of my itinerary, but it's the god that I pray to every day. It's the goddess of mercy. So we're going to say hi.
We are now approaching Little India. It spans over a couple of streets and blocks. It's all these boutiques and restaurants that sells Indian products.
Little India is undoubtedly one of the most vibrant parts of Georgetown, with bustling shops that sells anything from textiles, spices, candles, flowers to music. Indians were brought to Malaysia by the British Empire to work on rubber plantations. Today, many local businesses owned by Indian entrepreneurs reside in this quarter, from restaurants to boutiques.
Sorry, is this not the most beautiful firehouse you've ever seen?
Don't be surprised that after a day of admiring street art in Georgetown, you realize that it might very well be one of the best in the world. Often, murals, paintings, sculptures are integrated into one single piece of art. Some of the most iconic pieces you'll see are by Lithuanian artist Ernest Zakharevich, including The Boy and His Motorbike and Little Boy with Pet Dinosaur. Both examples were created to illustrate daily life in Georgetown. Today, international artists are invited to Georgetown to leave their artistic mark on its chromatic walls. While admiring vivid street art from Beach to Armenian Street, there are lines of vintage boutiques and souvenir shops. Most of them showcase facades that represent a certain throwback to an old-school Asia. Shopping on Armenian Street extends beyond souvenirs. There are also charming ateliers and art galleries. The street was named after early Armenian merchants who lived in this area.
We're now going to be arriving at the clan Jetties. It's like this floating city. It's where Chinese first arrived in Penang. They recognized people from their own village by the last names of these different jetties. So we're about to see the Chao or Zhou jetty, and there's also Tan, Chen in Mandarin, Yo, I think they pronounce it here. We say Yang. That's how they took care of each other when they first got here, is by finding and gathering with people from their own village because they all had the same last name.
The clan jetties make up the floating village on the pier of Penang. In the 19th century, many Chinese immigrants arrived to Penang by boats. The jetties allowed them to find their neighbors, families, and friends from the same village back in China. It's often differentiated by surnames, which make up various jetties today: Chu, Li, Yo, etc. Today, there are still families that live in these jetties, hence it's important to remain respectful during your visit. They're characterized by traditional shrines inside their homes, screen doors, and burning incense.
This one is for 姓李桥. It's Li, families that have last name Li, so the Li Jetty.
Not too far from the clan of the Jetties, there's also Dian floating above water. It's especially beautiful at night when the colorful lights are lit.
The story with Love Lane is back in the day, tycoons had multiple wives, would keep their second, third wives on this street, hence the name Love Lane. And now it's just bars, cafes, where people hang out.
Love Lane is where bars and nightlife are happening. Back in the day, the tycoons had multiple wives. Love Lane was where they kept their second or third wives. Later, the street became known for Chinese-style brothels. Today, hipster cafes and mainstream bars are located on the street full of history.
Very close to the Love Lane is the Penang night market, and here you can get a bunch of different street foods. So we've got braised pork, sausages, vermicelli, a fresh squeezed juice, sandwiches saute. I see saute. Just an amazing place and super affordable to try some local taste.
Penang, known for its street food scene, encompasses tasty night markets. An easy one to go for if you're near Love Lane anyway is the Kimberly Street Night Market, which opens around 5 p.m. every evening. Hawkers, street vendors line up both sides of the street, busily cooking local delights. Last but not least, don't forget to visit the Blue Mansion, a stunning structure which elegantly blends traditional Chinese architecture and Western influences. For more details, check out our other video, Relive Chinese Opulence at Cheong Fatt Mansion, produced by our senior travel editor, Nadia Cho. Want to have individual dipping pool in your own room? Then book your stay at Lexis Suites Penang, where your room will also come with a breathtaking coastal view.